Yo, Sim Nation, stand up. What it is, peoples, it's your boy Get It. This is going to be part 2 of why EA football is lagging behind that 2K football presentation, gameplay presentation. Alright, first part of this video, we're going to look at the intros. Now, everybody that has Madden, we know how the intros are. They have their team celebrations or team intros. They run out of the thing, and then the color commentary talks a little bit. So this is somewhat comparable. This element is somewhat comparable. But honestly, I think EA Football's presentation in this department should be blowing away something that was made 5, 7, 8 years ago. Sorry for the 5. We all know it wasn't a damn 5 years ago. Alright, so check this out.
And downs recently than the cyclone at Coney Island. Are the New York football Giants on the rise, or is it free fall time in the Big Apple? Chicago Bears, New York Giants, it's go time.
And look at all the happy tailgaters as they get set to cheer for the hometown team. Hi, and welcome to Giant Stadium. I'm Dan Stevens. With me, my colleague, Peter O'Keefe. Peter, this game features a big-time matchup between an elite wide receiver and a defensive back who's one of the best in the league.
That's right, Dan. You've got to figure they'll be seeing a lot of one another today. Amani Toomer, he's a very gifted receiver. He's an exact route runner, and that's crucial for an effective offense because it allows the quarterback to scan his receivers quickly and effectively. On the other side of the ball, we've got another top performer, Charles Tillman. He's a highly confident cornerback. I tell you, this guy's got a lot of horsepower. His speed enables him to lock down receivers and get after the ball no matter where it ends up. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a real dogfight in store for us.
Well, all right, Peter, we'll keep our eye on him as the game progresses. But first, the coin toss.
Alright, you know, like I said, that's comparable. It's very comparable. But how do you compare something that doesn't really exist? Yes, Madden has no halftime show. That's ridiculous. They give you 2 plays, 2 random plays, and that's all you get. You may not even get 2. You might just get 1. Online, you get nothing. No halftime anything. But let's check out what a game did 7 years ago. A full halftime show. Check it out. And the crazy thing about it, it seems like 2K is simulating a sports broadcast. Ridiculous. Check it out.
The Bears are out in front, 14-7. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Boomer?
Okay, Dano, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. Welcome, everybody, to the ESPN halftime show. I'm Chris Berman. Now we'll look at our halftime comparison. And as you can see, total yards definitely tell the story thus far. The Giants should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. See if they can change things in the second half. We'll pick up the action midway through the first quarter. Lance Briggs comes up big here as this ball's out. And he's in the right spot for the recovery. The Bears ended the first quarter already inside field goal range. Marty Booker ran a terrific route here and was able to pull this one in. A 28-yard touchdown for the Bears. Giants now early in the second quarter. Giants behind by 7. Kurt Warner would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. Giants middle of the second. Jeremy Shockey was definitely a key as he was able to work his way open for a big one here. A 73-yard touchdown for the Giants. Game tied 7-all. Marty Booker came up with a big play as he was able to pull this one in. A 47-yard touchdown for the Bears. Giants late into the second quarter. Kurt Warner would find his target on this one. Giants coming up on the end of the half. Giants down by 7. Kurt Warner connected with his man on this one. And that's where we'll leave this one. Giants are down, but still in it. 14-7. And as far as my halftime halftime hero, well, there's really no contest. Marty Booker has played like a man possessed. So that does it for our halftime report. Send you back now to the second half of this one. Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe.
You think that would be it, but it's not. Not only do you get a halftime show from a game 7 years ago, I'm gonna keep saying that, 7 years ago, you also get a weekly ESPN special. You know, 2K just really went all out with the ESPN license, and they put a lot of hard work into the game, and you can see it. What do you get when it comes to your franchise mode in any weekly anything with Madden? What do you get? You know what you get. Shit, you get nothing. Check out the weekly halftime show.
I'm Chris Berman. Well, let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Buccaneers walk away with a 6-point victory. Mo Williams hauled in over 150 yards receiving and helped his Vikings beat the Steelers. In the gentle climes of the Carolinas, we had the Panthers win by a comfortable margin. Up at Lambeau Field, we had the Packers come away with a 7-point win. Bears, Giants. Away with us, Jeremy Shockey came up with a huge play here as they cover a lot of real estate on this one. The Bears go on to win this by the final score of 14-7. The Eagles got 300-plus yards from their offense in their victory at Lincoln Financial Field. The Cowboys won on the road and will head into their bye week on a high note. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Griffin will be moving on from his current address, and he gets a pretty good deal to do it. 3 years, $3.1 million. Ellis Wims will also have a new address for a while as he signs a 4-year contract with the Raiders. Chad Bradsky will be on the move. You see it there. He'll be getting a nice little payday, too. 4 years, $6.2 million, plus a $1.2 million signing bonus. Ricky Williams will also be locked up for a while as he signs a healthy 6-year contract with the Rams.
Rams, Broncos.
He signs a
Tatum Bell, such a tough runner. Split the backfield at the 35-yard line, and look at him stiff-arm that defender, and it opens up the hole for a touchdown. The Broncos win this one by the final score of 31-27. In San Diego, right by Coronado Bay, we had the Chargers end up on the right side of an 11-point game. James Thrash hauled in over 150 yards receiving and helped his Redskins beat the Jaguars. Up at Giant Stadium, we had a Jets win this one to the tune of 13 points. Chiefs, Titans. Team number 23 is inside his own 20. Gets the handoff, goes off right tackle. The defense must have been fast asleep. The midfield, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5, 82 yards. The Chiefs go on to win this by the final score of 28-20. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. Luckily, we had a relatively injury-free week, which makes my job just that much easier. Dexter McCleon sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. He's suffering from symptoms of a concussion, and he'll be out for 12 weeks. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
And in our final game, we had the Lions come away victorious. So, 2 weeks into the books here at ESPN, here's my prime time performers for week number 2, and each is going to get a game ball. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studio. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
Now, I'm showing you this because I'm comparing a lot of elements to EA football games that are still presently made to past 2K games that can't be touched really. You can't really mess around with it. You can, but not so much. Yes, I know presentation or intros or halftime shows or weekly shows don't mean nothing to the gameplay. But this type of quality adds to the experience. You get way more immersed the more a developer puts into their own work, their own craft. You get way more immersed. You actually honor how much work they actually put in to their games once you see it. That's why EA fanboys be like, oh, what are you arguing about? It's just a game. Yeah, because that's how EA is making their games. It's just a game. It's nothing else. It's not special. It's just an arcade-ish game. That's all it is. Madden 12, yeah, it has improved, but it's still not better than 2K5. At $20, how do you feel that you bought a game that's $64, $63, $65 compared to a game that was made 7 years ago for $20? You've been watching The Sim Standard. Your boy Gettin', and I'm out of here.